straight, male, female, atheist, Christian, liberal, conservative, the list is unending. Labels confine us. They put us in a specific group that is so easily generalized and so easily excluded and discriminated against. It's so easy to point fingers and say, they're the problem, or we shouldn't associate with them, they're different. But how different are we really? And a better question, does it even matter? We may be physically different. My skin may be white, yours may be black. Your body may have parts that mine doesn't. You may like men and I may like women. We may be ideologically different. You may believe in the Quran. I may believe in the Bible. You may believe in more government and I may believe in less of it. You may believe the sky is falling and I may believe you're crazy, but it doesn't matter. From birth, we are force-fed these labels, whether we like them or not. And if we look deeper, then you'll realize that when you're born, you're put in the nursery with all the other babies. And it doesn't matter what color their skin is, if they're black or if they're white, if they'll grow up to like men instead of women, if they'll believe in God or not. They are treated equally by all the nurses in the nursery, and they are equal in the eyes of all the other babies. This is the one time that we should be envious of babies. Because, other than that, the constant feeding, nap times, and not having to do much about other than being adorable. But children are born colorblind until they're taught by the world that the world is black and white. Colorblindness is a beautiful thing because they do not see others as different from themselves. They believe everyone is the same. And what's horrible is that children are taught prejudice subconsciously through the media, movies, games, what have you. Children have the most love in their hearts, but they're so easily molded by society. And something needs to be done in order to stop this tragic event from recurring. It's a failure on each and every one of our parts that this problem has escalated to the point that it's currently in. Sure, history may have created these divisions, but why do we perpetuate them? We are not willing. It is because we're not willing to move on and bury the hatchet so that we can forget our alleged differences once and for all. We must learn to forgive in order to learn how to love. How hard is it to forgive? It's such a simple thing. And once you can forgive, love comes naturally. I actively make a decision each and every day that no matter what bad thing someone does to me, and thankfully a lot of people don't do anything bad to me, but I make an active decision each and every day that I'll forgive them, regardless if it's a small thing or it's a big thing that they do. I ignore the circumstance and forgive. If you don't forgive, then you can't learn how to love. And if you're left in a relationship that there's no forgiveness and no love, then it's a truly bitter relationship. Another thing that hampers the progress of equality is fear. We live in a world of fear. This is a dire situation because fear breeds hate. We fear what we don't understand. We fear anything that is different from our preconceived notion of being right. We cannot love each other because we don't understand each other. This is why it's important to learn about other cultures, about other religions, about other histories. And you know what's even easier than learning about those things? Asking those different people about them. It forms a bond between the two people. And when effort is put into a relationship like that, respect comes naturally. And through the process of opening up, love can start to grow in each and every one of us. We live in a world of change and progress. It's what makes the world beautiful. We cannot let old methods of thinking hamper growth of something bigger and something better than anything that has ever happened in all the history of the world. Equality in the eyes of us all. Inequality is a man-made invention. The idea that some are valued more than others is ludicrous. Everyone was created equal, regardless of material possession, gender, religion, pigment of skin, or the land in which they came into the world on. All of us came from the wombs of our mothers as innocent, fragile children who were oblivious to society's labels and the deep-rooted inequality and hatred that is present in this world. New generations must be educated on a global scale about the world's history, the story of us all. Old generations must relent. They must tear the walls in their minds down. They must forgive the people they believe who have wronged them. And they must accept the fact that no matter how much they think people are different, we are all the same. Pope John Paul II was shot 4 times by a Bulgarian man in an attempted assassination. And you know what the Pope did after he recovered enough from his injuries? He went to the prison in which the man was being held, and he forgave them on the spot. And over time, through constant communication and love and forgiveness, the two created a friendship that would last the rest of his life. We tend to judge other people by their behavior and ourselves by our intentions. Now, if we take a second to appreciate that double standard, we discover the contradiction that has plagued man since the beginning of time. It is ingrained in our mind that all situations are cases of us and them. It is embarrassing that we discriminate due to petty reasons such as whom someone loves, man, woman, whomever. We are born with love in our hearts, and who are we to tell them who they should share that love with? I have a large group of friends who struggle with this each and every day in countries as developed as the United States of America. I have friends who have been randomly selected in airports due to the color of the skin or the language in which they were speaking. I even have a friend who has been refused service in a shop because their kind of people are not served there. And you know what country that was? It was this country that we call home. It is 2016. It is long past due that we should give up the unhonorable crusade of hate. Just because we don't understand other mindsets doesn't mean we should shut them out and enforce our own as law. We shut our minds to the unknown, and before we even give it a chance to explain itself. And by our chosen ignorance, we have polarized the world. It has become a magnet. But you know what's wonderful about a magnet? Opposites attract. If we allow ourselves to give in, allow our prejudices to be thrown to the side and embrace each other as brothers and sisters that we are, this world would be a better place, a more loving place, a more open place, a more peaceful place, a place that we would want our children and their children to grow up in. Now, I can confidently say that in this room we have no sexist or racist, but it'd almost be better if it were full of them, because they do not know better. They have not been taught better. And ignorance is dangerous, but these are just names that are labels. It is better not to label, but to educate, for education is the greatest tool that has ever been gifted to man. Now, there's still things you can do to get rid of this problem at hand. Each of us has been blessed with the world at our fingertips. We are global nomads who have been able to see this world. But you must keep your mind open. You must not shut out different things. Embrace them with an open heart. And don't give in to fear. Embrace difference and learn from it. If in your travels you see ignorance, please educate. For it's a far greater crime to do nothing about inequality. It's a deep-rooted policy in our society today that we should mind our own business and not meddle. But this has to be an exception. Approach all with an unjudging heart. And if you see prejudice, speak out. We have to put aside our pride and our image in order to better this world. We must look at ourselves before we can learn to grow and accept others. Don't let your voice sound like all the other noises in the world today. And on that note, I challenge each and every one of you in the audience